I thought what I would do is step back. I mean, Mark gave us a really good, kind of introduction around the solution, the Quadra server with the Ampere processor in it, now running Whisper and doing ASR. But the thing about this is that we're really in a time in our industry and in the kind of evolution of the world today where we really need to take a look at the cost of IT infrastructure across the world. And I know that this is the really kind of the meat of this is really around a really cool gadget, a box that is doing all of the work that Mark described, and I'm sure that Kenneth will get his demo working at some point. But the real kind of underlying value of this is also surrounding its power efficiency, and that's what we're really talking about on this slide. Is the time is now for us to make real substantive changes in the cost of IT infrastructure across the world, whether that IT infrastructure is sitting in a radio access network out in a telco or on an edge site that is doing processing for smart city or smart factories or what have you, autonomous vehicles. All of these types of applications need to get more and more power efficient if we're to really address this. And in the age of AI, this is even more important. So as Mark said, the ASR, the speech recognition that's going on in this machine, is all happening on a CPU that is very power efficient, but also extremely high performance for doing the kinds of computing operations that are required by a model like Whisper. Keep in mind, this is an OpenAI Gen AI model, and that's saying something. We can do all of this in a very, very low power profile, and so that's what's needed to kind of get through the next build out of compute infrastructure from hyperscale all the way out to the edge. And if you look at the world today, the data centers are probably consuming somewhere in a range of 3 to 3.5% or I'm sorry, emitting 3 to 3.5% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. This is projected to go up and up significantly. But if that's not enough motivation, what you need to think about is that being green is also good for the pocketbook. You can actually drop the cost of operational expenditures as well as capital expenditures by going to this type of a solution, because you're going to get more performance for less power and less money. And that's really, really important in a lot of these geographies that are now becoming very power constrained and the energy costs are rising. Data center space is at a premium. In some places, just full moratoriums on new data center space. So that is my pitch for all of you to kind of look at this from that lens and then take the next step in putting power efficient infrastructure into play.